look at this. Olight just sent me a few new lights here. So these are the Oclip Pros. They sent me 2 of them. This guy I've been actually testing now for about a week here. So this guy has been amazing. Okay, so this is a very interesting light. So it's the Oclip Pro. Now they do have an ultra version, which is kind of just like a plain colored one, a little bit of pointier fronts here, which is slightly pointier on the tip by the looks of it. And the ultra version has their fancy aluminum, where this is just standard aluminum. So this is the Oclip Pro. And what I like about this guy right here, standard USB-C. See, I'm not really a fan too much of the magnetic charging. This means I can charge it anywhere, anytime, because that USB-C cable, I have them virtually everywhere. Now, this also has an Oclip. So if you look here, it is a spring clip, which is very, very strong and sturdy. So, and if you look inside it, it has like a rubber grip, you could say. Now, I had this clipped on my pocket, and I purposely bumped it into stuff and seen if I could lose it. No, that guy held on perfectly strong. No issues whatsoever. Get a better shot of it there. And if you look, my hand's even shaking a little bit. That's how strong that clip is. So that's definitely a nice setup. And again, USB-C, that is awesome. Now, this guy here has 3 different lights on it. It has floodlight, which is 500 lums, a spotlight, which is 120 lums, and a red light, which you can see the red light is that guy right in front of my thumb there, and a couple fingerprints on it there. But so far, this guy has been awesome. Again, I got it a few days ago, carried it around for 1 day. It's locked currently, and give it an unlock here. There's the red light. Now, just tap the different modes. I'm not going to show you the beam shot right now, but I know one thing: if you tap 3 times, it turns on a pretty crazy strobe. And if you, I'm still learning it, but basically it is a slow strobe. That's probably it right there. Yep. I'll blind the camera. Don't watch if you don't want to be blind, but that is a pretty neat and very bright, and it's actually kind of hard to pick up. The camera's not even seeing it. That's how fast that flash is. So that's pretty cool. And of course it has the standard red mode, which you can go through the different modes there. But again, I'll get a better beam shot at a later time, and I just thought I'd mention it. Now, as for their website here, turn off my light. Now, this isn't the exact version of it, but there's some of the specs there. So, long-lasting 580 milliamp hour battery, 144 hours of white light. That's going to be on the lowest setting, of course, and 29 hours of red light, and those are going to be on the lowest setting, but hey, you know, low setting is what most people use. So, and 200 more than before, and 40 lums of red light. The red light's pretty bright, so that's for sure. And I'll just quickly go through. They got some random videos here, show it in someone's hand, and some different models. Oh, 10,000 open and closed test cycles. I probably already did it that many times. Just sitting here using it kind of like a fidget spinner. So, oh, so that's showing the difference between the two. 66% brighter on the Pro version. That's kind of cool. And it's actually extremely bright for what it is. I am definitely going to say it's bright. So red, you got the 4 lum mode and the 40 lums. Well, I guess for now, this is where I go in. Oh, the beacon, 24 hours on beacon mode. And again, that bright light and the beacons, that's pretty good. And I was looking at this port here, and I thought, oh, that's going to get broken off fairly easy. But to be honest, this guy here is actually solid. Like, you can kind of bend it backwards and I was worried it was going to catch on fabric and stuff. No, and it's actually fairly easy if you got fingernails to open it, so that's a very good design. I cannot see having any issues whatsoever with that guy. And one thing I just found by an accident, the base clip is magnetic. Well, that's pretty cool. So don't really have much to stick it on here, but magnetic base, that's definitely a bonus. And that actually works good. Magnetic base, hey? Wow, that's plenty of strength on that magnet. That should work out good. Light up my entire work area. Yes, extremely messy right now. Can you tell I'm behind? Well, one thing I should mention is I just had this guy on pretty much max setting for about 10 minutes a light, and it doesn't get hot. It's slightly warm, lukewarm, but man, that'd be nice having this clipped onto a hat or anywhere that you don't want heat, because it does not get hot. Like slightly warm, you could say, but that is actually very good. Unlike this guy. This guy here will burn your hand. So I've been using this guy since like a couple weeks ago. You see this little bit of mark in front of my thumb there, that it gets worn slightly there, but that's because it's riding in my pocket against my knife. So this, a little bit of paint wear there, but that's no big deal. But the rest of it, because this is using their special OAL aluminum, and the aluminum itself is not scratching. So just slightly little bit on this knob here, but again, this light has been amazing. So this is what I have been primarily, I guess, carrying for, I guess it's well over a month now. You can see right underneath the writing there where I purposely tried to scratch it, the little tiny mark there. But I'll probably be retiring this guy now and carrying this one at least, and then decide what I want to continue carrying, because this one here sticks out a little bit much with the clip on it, but it's not really that much difference if you look there. But the USB-C, the fact that I can charge this guy with USB-C definitely means it's a light that I prefer to carry over the standard magnetic charging. Like, magnetic charging is great because I normally always have one, but at the same time, the USB-C is definitely nice. Well, this sucks. I'm not going to cross that, because last year that was about 1.5 feet deep there, and that's where the water's been running, and I'm going to guess it's a hell of a lot deeper, and it's already 8:30 at night. So if it was earlier in the day, yeah, I might try it, but not right now. Just means I got to drive almost half an hour backwards to get to the next turnoff. That sucks. I should have known that was washed out, because, you know, during hunting season it was, and so is this here, but where I'm just going through. But yeah, it is kind of swampy. I actually just passed the swamp and then pulled out my camera, but yeah, that kind of sucks. This right here is the hill that sometimes is very washed out after a good rain, and guess what? We just had a hell of a rain, and that's why this is open again. So seeing that other road was washed out, this is technically the second quickest way out, and better downshift. And sometimes it's horrible, but in this case it's bad, but it's not that bad. Yeah, that's actually very good. That's actually better than it has been, I think, for the last 5 years. That's not bad. That's good. Now, at least I should be able to get out of here without driving an hour and a half to get back. Sure tell not too many people have been down here since, you know, the ban, because so many trees are down right now, and no one cut them yet. And to be honest, it's getting a little bit late, so I'm not going to bother cutting them either unless I can't get past them. So far, most of them are easy to move, as in plow into them. And I'll be very pissed off if it's blocked off here, because now it's almost 9:30. But this is where I have been magnet fishing a few times, and oh, the upper trail's blocked with a tree, so yeah, looks good down here. Oh, that's a bonus. Might hit the tree a little bit there, but yeah, it's a very neat area here. And wow, that water is extremely low. Holy shit, it's normally almost up to this road. I wonder why it's so low. Huh. Oh, sinking. Definitely soft sand here. Beach sand, two-wheel drive truck, yeah. Means don't slow down too much unless you're off the trail in the grass. Then you're pretty good. And of course, horseflies buzzing around everywhere, but that's a bonus. Oh, something just went booking it across. Seen 3 bears so far, 2 in one spot, 1 in another spot, 2 cranes, sandhill cranes, and no deer, which is extremely surprising because there's tracks everywhere. And yeah, normally that's where I put them, that's where I see them on the trails back there, mostly, but for some reason didn't see jack shit. Well, good amount of my trails are sure filling in this here. Just about at the main road here, and it hasn't been that bad, but definitely filling up. So believe it or not, I have had it clipped on my pants. I just recently dropped it here, but I have had it clipped on my pants here. I have bumped it into tons of shit here, and haven't lost it. Pants are all dirty right now because I'm currently making some horseshoe pits, you could say. So that's for the local community center. But yeah, I have bumped it into shit. I have mounted it in different places. It is magnetic, so it can stick to virtually anything, which is amazing. Youch! Oh, maybe not stainless. I can't stick it to stainless. Can't stick it to aluminum, but pretty much wherever I need it, I could stick it to. That has been awesome. And quickly here, it shows here to fully charge before use. Comes with a USB-C cable, nice short one, very high quality. This will go into my backpack for sure. And other than that, comes wrapped up in this guy here. And a bunch of paperwork that, to be honest, I normally don't bother reading, but it's user manual. Sometimes there is some interesting stuff here. Comes with a little bit of a thank you card there, but again, this light here has been amazing. Right now it is locked. So you got the 3 different beams. And tonight I'm going to take a ride down the trails because I got to go out there anyway to check on some stuff. And they finally stopped the fire ban, which means travel again in the bush. I have barely been into my hunting / camping spot all year, and I'll go get a quick beam shot of this guy, and just quick size comparison wise of this guy, so you guys can see the difference in the sizes here. So it is nice, very small and compact, and I mean, it has been amazing. Now this guy here, I've been carrying this one since they sent it to me well over a month ago, and a little bit dusty, a little bit dirty, but I am getting a little bit of paint wear right here on the side of it, but that is completely my fault. Probably see it better here because I'm putting it in the pocket right next to my knife, so everything jams into it there. But again, the video is about this guy here, and it's made out of standard aluminum, and has a pretty neat design on there. I have not looked to see what that says on it, but if anyone knows or wants to figure it out, so that is pretty cool. And this one here is just a standard white one. I am not going to open this guy yet, and it's kind of cool. They sent me 2 of them, that's for sure. So Pro, and this is the Pro, and one day they might send me the Ultra model, which has their Olight aluminum for it, but hard to say. And this is a little beam shot from this little guy here, and it is roughly about 1:30 in the morning, and decided to come for a rip him down the trails and give her a quick shot. Now I'll change to the next beam right there, and that's pure flood. And you know, that's actually pretty sweet. Give me a second here. That's actually pretty damn bright. And of course I'm attracting a bunch of bugs. And it does have a pretty sweet strobe mode that's pretty bright. Did I turn it on right? Yep. That's pretty cool. And it also has the red mode, which doesn't show up on camera very well unless it's up close, but my camera doesn't pick it up the best anyway. But yeah, for the size of this little guy here, it's pretty good. And that's just a normal camera light that doesn't see anything. So, and now just as a comparison, throw this guy back into my pocket here. I left it there pretty much all week. Tried bumping it into shit, could not lose it. We'll do a comparison to this guy, just for the hell of it. Got it locked right now. Turn off my light. And camera dimmed out there pretty quick. So, but this guy here, that is very bright. But this one here gets hot to the touch where it's actually kind of hard to hold on to it. And that's ultraviolet, but UV light doesn't really show up the best at all on camera. And you know, even with my eye, it doesn't really show up much, but I used it on some resin, and that's the laser pointer, and you can do both laser pointer with the light. I used it on some resin today at work, and I can tell you one thing, it actually dries shit way faster than my other UV lights. So I got the laser pointer on right now, and kind of cool laser pointer with the light on. But that's where I'm going to leave this for now. Again, I was just coming out here to do a little bit of a trail ride at 1 in the morning randomly, so just decided to stop and make a flashlight video. That camera's pretty great. This is the red, spot, and flood.
All my spiders in.
You know, it's a little hard to change the molds without putting my finger in front of the lens.
You see them all looking at you?
The what?
All the spiders?
I thought you were talking about all the cameras that are staring at us. This light's still decent for how small it is. And the latest addition to the cameras. That guy right there. I know. That's why you shouldn't be standing beside me when I'm trying to make a review video. I mean, if I block it, it's pretty black out here, pretty dark out here. And that camera barely makes any light, that camera. But man, does it show up good. That's one of the new Wise ISPs. And I got multiple messages coming in from the alerts on my phone. That's where I put in the trench. Going to that camera. Still not weeded in or packed down yet, but...
I can't even see that sign anymore.
That one's automatically adjusting. How do you like it? Can I blind you? Yeah, I gotta change that. The signs are all buried. Mm-hmm. That spot beam actually, for how small this camera is, look how bright that beam is. Beam.
Yeah,
camera. I know. But that's a pretty good beam pattern.
Look at all the spiders you're waking up. You see their eyeballs shining at you in the grass?
You mean all the raindrops?
Spiders. The rain is already gone.
Well, I guess I forgot to cut some grass. Like this guy.
I still like our little alien one. That's my favorite.
You mean that one?
The big alien, yeah.
On the roof?
Yeah.
Or the one on the pole right there?
No, the big alien.
The biggest one is right there on the... Oh, I just went to look back at the driveway. The biggest one is on the pole there. Yeah. The red? Hey. The little guy. Little guy.
Thanks for showing up, buddy. Well, you're a pretty boy.
Till you step on him and you're like, what the hell was that?
Why would I step on him?
There's a big fat ass one over here a few minutes ago. Oh.
He's on the rock.
Oh, yeah.
Leave him alone.
Look at all the bugs he's eating in there, hey?
He's having a shower. He was just sitting on that rock. Probably hunting that spider you just chased away.
Yeah, he'll find his friend that's hunting or standing over here. Is he gone?
I'm sorry. Go back to your shower.
Oh, no, he's still in there. The other one's still in here.
Of course he is. They got work to do tonight.
Yeah, you continue eating my wood ticks. And those, half of those are probably dog poop, not frogs.